walk slowly down the hallway towards your room, the weight of the entire day already pressing on your shoulder. But as you passed your parents' bedroom, you froze. You heard your father's voice, tired and heavy with worry. Our company is sinking day by day. It's going down. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. Mr. John offered help, but only if we marry Ryan to his son. His son is the CEO of a powerful company. He could save everything. But how can I make my daughter go through that? You felt your heart drop to the pit of your stomach. You stood motionless for a moment, then turned away, trying to hold your breath steady as you stepped into your room. The door clicked shut behind you, but the noise in your mind didn't stop. You sank into the sofa, staring at the floor blankly. Your hands trembled slightly. How could they decide something like this for you? But then again, if you refuse, your father might lose everything he built, the company, his pride, his life work. Would you be able to live with that guilt? Tears welled up in your eyes, but you blinked them away as you heard a knock on your door. Your mother entered quietly. Ryan, can I talk to you? You looked up and nodded, forcing to a small smile. Yes, please sit, she said beside you, holding your hand gently. Ryan, your father, he wants to. You cut her off, your voice low but clear. I heard everything, Mom, and I am ready. I will marry him. Her eyes widened in disbelief. Really? You will do this? You nodded, trying to stay strong, even though your chest felt like it was caving in. She leaned in and kissed your forehead, his hands cupping your face lovingly. Thank you, my brave girl. And then she left the room, her eyes glistening with tears. You slowly lay down on your bed, staring up at the ceiling. You felt hollow, your body present but your heart far away. You weren't ready for marriage, not like this, not to someone you didn't even know, but you had no choice. This was the only way to protect your family. The next morning, you walked into the lounge. The air felt heavy, even though the sun streamed through the windows. Your father stood up when he saw you, his face filled with guilt and gratitude. Thank you, I will never forget what you are doing for us. You are saving everything I ever worked for. You gave a faint smile, trying to stop your voice from breaking. Please, Dad, don't say it like that. It makes it harder. He walked over and placed a hand on your shoulder, silently acknowledging the sacrifice you were making. And even though your world was changing forever, you tried to find peace in the fact that you were doing it for your family. The day finally arrived, the day you stood in front of Jungkook as his bride. You looked beautiful in your white wedding dress, every detail perfect. The guests were smiling, your parents looked relieved, and everything seemed just as it should be, but something felt off. You noticed Jungkook hadn't looked at you even once. He just stood there quietly, his face blank, waiting for the ceremony to end. It was like he wasn't even present, like he didn't care. Your heart began to ache. There was something in his behavior, something cold, as if he didn't want this marriage at all. So you said nothing, just lowered your eyes and went through the ritual silently. After some time, you reached Jungkook's house, your new home. He led you to your room without saying much. As you stepped inside, he stood at the door, his voice cold and distant. Go change there and sleep, don't wait for me. He turned to leave but then paused. Without looking at you, one more thing, I love someone else. This marriage is just a contract between our fathers, so don't expect anything from me. And then he left, shutting the door behind him. You stood there frozen, your heart sank. You hadn't expected this, at least not on the first night. You were already nervous and confused, and now his word made it worse. You slowly changed out of the dress and into a comfortable nightsuit. Then you lay down on the bed, your eyes staring at the ceiling as silent tears rolled down your cheeks. That night passed in complete silence. Jungkook didn't return. The next morning, you wake up with a heavy heart. Your head felt foggy. But you pushed yourself out of the bed and took a shower. After changing into a simple dress, you made your way downstairs. One of the maids greeted you politely. Good morning, ma'am. Your breakfast is ready. Please come this way. You give her a soft nod. Where is Jungkook? She left for the office early this morning. You didn't say anything after that. You quietly sat at the table and ate your breakfast. even though your appetite was gone. After some time, you started walking around the house to familiarize yourself with the place. Eventually, you entered the study room. The space was quiet, filled with books, files, and a large wooden desk. You stepped closer to the table and noticed a photo frame. It was Jungkook smiling, staring with a girl. They looked happy, so happy, your heart ached again. You sat down slowly on the chair and stared at the picture. Is she the one he loves? What if he never accepts me? What if this house never feels like home? Thoughts filled your head one after another. You felt so lost. After a while, you walked back into the lounge and sat on the couch. Still deep in thought, the maid came again, gently placing a warm cup of coffee in front of you. You held the cup in your hands, staring into the steam, wondering what your life would be from now on. After sitting alone in the lounge for a while, the maid comes again to check on. Ma'am, would you like anything else? You looked up at her. She had a kind face, and something about her made you feel comfortable. Can I sit with you for a while? I just don't feel like being alone. She smiled warmly and nodded. The two of you started talking. She shared small stories about the house, the staff, even little silly things that made you laugh. For the first time since the wedding, a soft smile touched your lips, and you laughed a little. But just then, the main door opened. Jungkook entered. You didn't notice him at first, but he noticed you. His eyes landed on you, laughing, sitting comfortably with the maid. But the moment you saw him, your smile vanished. You quickly looked away, and silence filled the room. He walked straight toward his room. Bring me a cup of coffee. The maid quickly got up and went to prepare it. You sat there for a second, then decided to follow him. You entered the room quietly, only to hear Jungkook on a call. Yes, I told you already, this marriage is just a contract. Just then, he saw you standing by the door and cut the call immediately. Knock before entering next time. You lowered your eyes and nodded silently. His words stung. You kept reminding yourself you were doing this for your father. You sat on the sofa quietly, swallowing the pain. After the coffee arrived, Jungkook got ready and left the room. Not a single word to you. He walked past you like it didn't even exist. The door clicked shut behind him, and that was it. Your tears, which you had held in so tightly, starting falling. You buried your face in your hands and cried silently outside just beyond the door. Jungkook passed. He heard your muffled sobs. For a moment he stood there frozen, but then he walked away. That night you ate dinner alone. No conversation, no company, just silence. After that you went to your room. You knew there was no one to wait for. You tried to sleep, but sleep didn't come easily. The quietness of the room was loud. Suddenly the door opened. You sat up instantly. Startled, it was Jungkook, but something was off. He stumbled in and then crashed. A vase fell from the table and shattered on the floor. Your heart jumped. You quickly got up and walked toward him. Jungkook was clearly drunk. His step was unsteady, and his eyes looked hazy. He knelt to pick up the broken pieces, but then his finger got cut by one of the sharp shards, and drop of the blood hit the floor. Rushing to him, "Wait, you are bleeding. Let me help." But he pulled his hand away. "Don't touch me. I know how to handle myself." He tried to stand up, but his body gave out, and he fell back down. You stood there for a second, holding back tears again. Then you whispered softly, I can see how well you handle yourself." You walked to him and gently grabbed his arm. "You know, I loved her. I gave her everything, but she left me. She said I am not a good person, that I am not mature enough." He started to cry, and your heart sank seeing him like that. You helped him slowly. He didn't resist this time. Step by step, you brought him to the bed. He sat down, dizzy and exhausted, and leaned back against the pillow. You looked at his hand, still bleeding, and went to get the first aid box. As you sat beside him, silently cleaning the cut, you realized this was your life now. A stranger in your own marriage, but still something inside you didn't give up hope. You gently wrapped the bandage around his finger, and he slowly closed his eyes. You gently took off Jungkook's shoes and pulled the blanket over him. His breathing slowed, and soon he was fast asleep peacefully. But your peace, it was gone. You sat beside the bed, staring at him. His love had left him, and he drank for her, cried for her. Your heart felt heavy, and your mind was full of confusion. You couldn't understand anything anymore. Silently, you lay down on the couch, trying to sleep even though your heart wouldn't rest. The next morning, Jungkook woke up with a heavy head. He slowly sat up, holding his forehead. Then his eyes fell on his hand, wrapped carefully in a bandage. He turned his head to the other side of the bed, but you weren't there. That's when the memories of the last night came rushing back. How you helped him, how you held his hand, how you brought him to the bed. Took off his shoes, covered him with a blanket, and even bandaged his wound. He let out of a deep sigh and stood up, heading toward the bathroom for a shower. After a while, he came to the dinner table. You were already there, waiting with a bowl of a warm hangover soup. You placed it in front of him without saying anything. He looked at it for a moment, then at you, but this time he didn't say anything either. He quietly ate his breakfast, finishing every spoonful. Then he stood up, grabbed his phone, and left for the office. Without a word, and once again, you were alone. You looked at the empty table. Then quietly picked up your phone and called your mother. After talking for a while, you hesitantly asked about the company. Everything is okay now, Payan, all thanks to you. We are safe. Your father is finally at peace. Her words made you feel a little lighter inside. After the call, you wandered into the study room. You looked around for a book to read and found one on the shelf. As you walked toward the desk, your eyes fell on the same photo frame again, Jungkook and her. But this time you didn't let it bother you, you simply looked away. It turned into weeks. You and Jungkook still didn't talk much, but something had changed. Since that night, Jungkook was different, a little softer. He started coming home earlier. He sat with you for dinner quietly. He didn't speak much, but he was there. In the morning, he had breakfast with you before leaving for the office. You both slowly grew used to each other's presence. There was still long silence, but now they didn't feel so uncomfortable. And sometimes when you are busy in your own world, maybe pouring tea or reading a book, you would feel his gaze on you, quite observing. You never said anything, but deep down you felt it. A small soft corner had started to grow in his heart. And somehow you had started to feel it too. One morning at the breakfast table, everything seemed like usual, silent, but then, unexpectedly, Jungkook spoke. Tonight is a company family event. Wives are required to attend. Be ready. I will send the driver to pick you up. You looked up surprised, not just by his words, but by how politely he spoke. You simply nodded, trying to hide the sudden spark of the hope rising in your chest. After finishing his breakfast, Jungkook stood up and left for the office. You stayed there, your fingers wrapped around your cup, a small smile forming on your lips. For the first time, he talked to you gently. He asked to come with him. It felt different, like maybe things could change. You rushed to your room with excitement. You opened your wardrobe, looking through your dresses carefully. Tonight you wanted to look beautiful, not for anyone else, but for him. You wanted him to notice you. After much thought, you picked a black dress, elegant and graceful. You matched it with black heels, a delicate silver necklace, and small earrings. Everything felt just right. As the evening arrived, you got ready, slowly paying attention to every little details. Curled your hair softly, applied light makeup, and looked at yourself in the mirror one last time. You looked beautiful. The driver arrived and you left for the event. As soon as you entered the venue, heads turned. For a moment you caught everyone's eyes, including Jungkook. His gaze stayed on you a second longer, and in that quiet moment, he admired you. You didn't notice, but in his heart, for the first time, he thought, she looks beautiful. You walked toward him slowly, and he introduced you to his colleagues and the staff with confidence. This is my wife, Ryan. Hearing those words made your heart flutter. You stood beside him, smiling softly, feeling like his actual wife. Even if just for a little while, but your happiness didn't last. Suddenly, the door opened, and a familiar face walked in. Your smile disappeared. The girl from the photo frame. She looked at Jungkook instantly, and just like you feared. His eyes were already locked on her, frozen. As if time had stopped, she walked straight to him with a bright smile and wrapped her arms around him. He didn't stop her. What are you doing here? I didn't expect to see you. I was invited. I wanted to see you, Jungkook. I am sorry. I want to start everything again. I realized I can't live without you. Then Jungkook glanced at you, almost like he remembered you were standing there. I am married now, but you were already standing still, heart heavy. holding back the tears burning in your eyes. You watched them talk so closely, so familiar like they had never broke up. Fine mate, she is Laura. Cutting him off, I know her. Jungkook looked at you, surprised. Laura turned towards you, her voice dramatic. Jungkook, do you not love me anymore? You stared at her. But your eyes shifted toward Jungkook, waiting for his answer. He paused 1 second, two, and then. I don't know. Laura smiled, a knowing smile. I knew it. You've never forgotten me. Those words shattered the last bit of the hope inside you. You couldn't take it anymore. Without saying a word, you turned around and walked outside. Pushing through the crowd, you found a terrace nearby and stepped out. The cold air brushing against your skin. You wiped your tears, trying to breathe. Now it was clear. You could never win his heart because it already belonged to someone else. Hey, are you okay? You turned around. A tall, handsome man stood there with a gentle smile, holding 2 drinks. You looked like you needed this. You hesitated but took the drink. Right now, you did need it. He sat beside you and started talking casually, trying to lighten the mood. His voice was comfortable, and for a moment, your pain eased a little. But then, you looked toward the glass door Jungkook was watching. His expression was unreadable, but his eyes, they burned with something unfamiliar. Jealousy, you felt it, but you didn't say anything. A moment later, Jungkook came outside walking straight towards you. He grabbed your hand, not harshly but firmly. His eyes held anger, not at you but at the man. He led you away, not saying a single word. The event ended. You entered home together. No words, no explanation. Back to silence. Back to coldness. Jungkook went to the bedroom, changed, and without looking at you, walked out again. He didn't return that night. The next morning, Jungkook left for the office before you even woke up. You came to the dining table. The chair across from you was empty. After so many days of sharing meals quietly together, today you were alone again. And it hurt more than before. You sat there for a while, playing with the spoon in your untouched food. Your heart heavy, then you walked to the lounge and sat quietly on the couch, lost in your thoughts. I can't do this anymore, you whispered to yourself. You didn't know where this marriage was going. You had stayed silent for too long, hoping for change. Now you need to talk, you needed to say something. That afternoon, you heard Jungkook return home early. He went straight to the room. You followed, slowly walking toward the door, preparing yourself to talk, but just before your hand touched the doorknob, his voice stopped you. You heard him talking on the phone. I am married now. How can I do that? I know this marriage is just a contract, but a pause. Okay, even if I wanted to, how do I ask her to leave? Your heart sank, you froze in place. That one sentence shattered whatever little hope was left. You turned around quietly and walked back to the lounge, staring at the floor, your chest hollow. A little later, Jungkook walked out of the room, changed and ready to leave again. His eyes briefly landed on you, but he didn't stop. He said nothing and walked past. That was the final sign you needed. That was the moment you truly realized there was no place for you in his life. You got up, went to your room and packed your things. Then, without telling anyone, you left for your mother's home. When you arrived, you didn't say anything. You went straight to your old room, shut the door and sat silently on the bed. Your mother noticed your pale face and red eyes. She came in, worried, and sat beside you. Ryan, what happened? But you didn't want to talk. You just shook your head and turned away. That evening, Jungkook returned home. He stepped inside and looked around. Make dinner, I am hungry. The maid nodded and he went to freshen up. When he came to the dining table later, he looked around again. Where's Ryan? The maid hesitated, then spoke softly. She left, sir. She packed her things and went to her mother's house. Jungkook's face froze in a shock for a moment, but then he composed himself, pretending nothing happened. He sat down and ate dinner in silence, but the silence felt louder than ever before. After dinner, he went back to the room. It felt different now, empty, cold, lonely. He lay down, but sleep didn't come. Your absence surrounded him. The next morning, the empty chair across the breakfast table stared back at him. No quiet presence, no careful glance, no warm meal waiting just for him. He missed it, he missed you, and for the first time he realized in just 1 month you have changed everything. You had made his house feel like a home. With your care, with your silence, your presence, you had brought peace into his life, and now without you, he felt incomplete. He left breakfast unfinished and rushed to the office. But his mind refused to focus. Everywhere he looked, he saw pieces of you, your calm gaze, your soft eyes, your quiet care. He realized he had fallen in love truly, silently, deeply. He stood up from his chair, grabbed his coat, and left the office. There was only one place he needed to be. He reached your mother's home, stood in front of your room, and knocked. You opened the door, and your eyes widened in shock. Jungkook, what are you doing here? How did you come? Through the door, you blinked, confused, about to say something else, but he gently interrupted. Can I come in? You stepped aside silently and let him in. The room felt quiet, still, full of tension and surprise. After a pause, Jungkook finally spoke. Ryan, I am sorry. You turned to him slowly. I know I wasn't good to you. I treated you coldly. But when you left, I realized I had gotten used to you. Your presence, your care, you didn't say anything, but I felt peace whenever you were around. Please come back home. You looked at him in disbelief. These words from Jungkook, the one who once said he loved someone else. But I can't stay like that with you. You love someone else. At the event, you ignored me. You spent the whole night with her, and afternoon, I heard everything you said on the phone. Jungkook's eyes widened. He hadn't realized you had heard him. After a moment of silence, he spoke again, his voice low. Yes, I did love her. When she left me, I broke. I wasn't ready for marriage. But my father forced me into it, saying it was just business. He looked at you, but that night, when I was drunk, you took care of me. You didn't leave, and in that moment I saw what I had missed, real love. He sighed deeply. Laura loved my money. She never cared for me. She came back because her new boyfriend didn't treat her like I did. But I refused her. I told her no. Because now I know you are the one who made my house a home. With your love, with your silence, with your kindness. He stepped closer. Please, Ryan, come back. I need you. You stared at him, heartful, eyes watery. You loved silently, given everything without asking for anything, and without even trying. You had won his heart. If she come back again, will you act like that night again? Jungkook shook his head immediately. No, never. I promise. She won't come back because I have already chosen the one I love, and that's you, Ryan. Tears welled in your eyes, and for the first time you smiled. You nodded gently. Okay, I will come home. That car ride wasn't just a return, it was the beginning of your real love story. On the way home, Jungkook held your hand gently. He kissed it softly. Thank you, Ryan, for coming into my life and for making me a better man. You smiled, eyes shining. You were finally going back, not to the same house, but to your home, to your happiness, to your new life where your fairy tale began. With Jungkook, your love, your life partner.